Hey everyone, welcome back to In a Pinch with Hitsuzen. I'm Hitsuzen from Snuffhouse.com. All names have been changed to protect the innocent. Alright, so in my last video I talked about how back in March Manit Joshi from Dholakia came online and was telling people about their plans to put out a Madras toast and put together a taste testing panel, and a bunch of us signed up for it, including myself. Shortly after the Madras samples went out, we all got emails asking if we'd be interested in also sampling a new medicated snuff they wanted to put out. My first thought was, I'm not a fan of medicated snuffs. My second thought was, well, it's free and, you know, it's Dholakia. I like Dholakia. They haven't let me down yet, so yeah, why not? So sometime later, and I forget how long it was, but it was longer than it took for Madras to come. Eventually I got a sample for Dholakia Medicated No10. I wasn't sure what to expect. I went into it expecting not to like it. I have a rough history with, and the fly is back. I have a rough history with medicated snuffs. There have been very few that I've actually liked, and it's not that I don't like medicated. Like I like the sensation. What I don't like is the 10 seconds later when everything just closes up and I can't breathe anymore. That's what I don't like about medicated, and almost every medicated does that to me. This is not one of them. Today, you already saw the title, but we're reviewing Dholakia Medicated number 10. So I'll tell you off the bat, because I'm not a fan of medicated, I never tried Dholakia Medicated, the original, so I can't compare this to that. If any of you guys have and have comparisons to draw, it'd be cool if you leave that in the comments for anybody who's interested in trying it. But all I can tell you is about this one. So if I get the lid off, the color is, it's kind of gray out today, so not getting the best light, but it's kind of on the lighter end of brown. It's a fine grind, medium moisture. It sticks right to the finger. The smell out of the tin, to me, is just straight menthol. And maybe because I'm so sensitive to menthol, like that's the first thing I notice is just menthol. And yeah, just menthol. So I'll go ahead and take a pinch, and I'm still a little cautious with it, even though I know from my past experience that this does not clog me still. So I'm not going to take a massive pinch, but it's just a medium-sized pinch. Salud. Whew. Yeah, so off the bat, exploding menthol, like vapors behind the eyes, like whole face is just like filled with, it feels like camphor. And I mentioned that on Snuffhouse. I'm not accustomed to medicated snuffs every single time. I mentioned on Snuffhouse that I thought there was camphor in it, and Manit Joshi flat out said it's all menthol. There's no camphor, no eucalyptus. But yeah, there's that. If you ever use a medicated, that really familiar like plume of mentholy vapors in the back of the face, that actually is pleasant. I like it. I've always liked that just because it's so novel to me. But usually what happens right about now, which is not happening with this snuff, is I start closing up. That doesn't happen with this one for me. So the menthol, as soon as the initial blast of menthol starts to fade, you get kind of an aniseed flavor, a little licoricey, and then slowly, as time goes on, that fades to a strong barnyardy smell. The first time I tried this stuff, I think I walked out and I told my wife I just tried the most interesting snuff I've ever tried in my life. Maybe with the exception of Old Paris. But no, this beats out Old Paris just in being the most interesting snuff I've ever tried. I fell in love with it. What it reminds me of, and I hate to compare a snuff to other snuffs, because if you haven't tried them, then it holds no it holds no bearing to you. But to me, Dholakia number 10 is as if there is a snuff that starts off as Dean Swift's Bezoar and then fades into Viking Blonde. If that makes any sense at all. It's wild stuff. And like I said, the first few times I did it, I did it because it was so out there. And then after a while, I really started to like it, and it's a soothing smell to me. And most of the sample that I was sent became a nightcap snuff for me. Something I would take right before going to bed because it's just relaxing. Even now, taking it, I feel relaxed because my head has already started to associate it with going to sleep. But alas, it's noon, so I can't do that. I could, but so it's really good stuff. If you're turned off by menthols because they close you up, this doesn't do that. So if that's the only reason that you don't like menthols, then I say give it a shot. If you don't like menthols because you don't like that mentholy blast, stay away from it because it's an intense mentholy blast when you first take it. But like I said, it evolves and rather quickly to anisey and then fading completely into a barnyard, and it leaves you wide open. It's a good nightcap snuff because, like I said, it's kind of it doesn't sound like it would be, but it's a relaxing kind of scent. It's a great to use medicinally when you're sick to unclog yourself. I've used it for that purpose a couple of times. It's good for if you've been snuffing heavy all day, like a really oily snuff, and can't quite clear yourself out. It's kind of gross, I know, but take a pinch of this, it'll open you up, and then blow your nose, and everything comes out. It's gross, but we're snuff takers. This is a fact of life for us. Anyways, really, really good stuff. Highly recommend it. I made a conscious effort to stretch my sample out as long as I possibly could, and I was down to the last, and I was taking tiny pinches just because I didn't want to run out of it. I was on the last, I had maybe 2 days worth of, or 2 nights worth of pinches left in the little pill carrier I put my sample in, and Mini Joshi announced that Madras Toast and Medicated number 10 had both just been released, so ordered them at the same time. They're both big winners. Right now it's available in 25-gram tins, but I would expect that it'll eventually be available in all of the sizes they offer. Their regular medicated in, which are, I believe, 10-gram bullets, 25-gram tubs, 50-gram tubs, and either 100 or 500-gram bulk. I would not be shocked at all if this stuff went over really well with lovers of medicated snuff. It's probably going to be around for a while. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, get a hold of me. Trade you something for it. Hope you guys are having a great day. Be well, God bless, and salud.